Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be recapping the latest Torchwood release for Big Finish, and that being Torchwood Curtain, which was released on the 30th of March 2026. I'm recording this episode about a week and a half later on the 9th of April 2026. Obviously, the normal format of my Big Finish recaps will happen. I'll talk about the official news, show you the trailer, and then I'll let you know my thoughts on the release. Before that, I've got a few housekeeping things, and this is affecting the audio side of the podcast. So none of this, what I'm about to say, is going to change, going to be affecting the YouTube stuff. It's just the audio stuff. So I've decided, because of how so far in advance I am, that there will now be an audio episode releasing every day, with the YouTube episodes releasing Monday to Friday for April 2026, and then 3 days throughout the week in May 2026 onwards. And also that the audio episodes will release at 10 a.m. UK time, so that they're not released at the same time because it made no sense. And there might be a few extra added episodes. I just kind of thought that it would make sense to do that, because if I've got the episodes, it's not and I'm not paying any money towards it. More on that in a sec. That I may as well should just do it. Speaking of that, thank you to everyone who's been listening to the audio episodes, as Spreaker, which is the platform that I upload the episodes on, has told me that I will be receiving more money from them because of how good the podcast is doing on their platform, which means that I can do more episodes and things. So thank you for that. But now let's go on into my recap of Torchwood Curtain. And as I said, we're going to start off with what we officially know. So as I said, Torchwood Curtain was released on the 30th of March 2026 and written by David Llewellyn. Is the synopsis. Many years ago, the Palace Theatre burnt down during a performance that accidentally summoned the devil. Now, the cast have been invited back to the grand reopening by a mysterious figure who is Billis Manger. This episode was recorded all the way back on the 11th of February 2025, so over a year ago, which is quite a long time for Torchwood. And here we've got a quote from director Scott Hancock, who said, "The influence of Billis Manger stretches far and wide throughout Torchwood, and Curtain is no exception. It's a play about performances and the masks people wear consciously and subconsciously. It was a delight to work with such a talented band of actors on a script about acting. We had the best of times with Murray Melvin, and I know the idea of one more story with Billis after he'd gone always tickled him. We all miss him a very great deal." Writer and producer James Goss added, "Curtain's the release you listen to if you want a slice of horror. 3 people trapped in a haunted theatre with the devil playing deadly tricks on them. It's a release that we'd have absolutely loved Murray Melvin to be around for. Indeed, he suggested the notion of Billis Manger in a theatre, as he loved lighting up a green room with theatrical anecdotes. Actors adored Murray, and it seemed irresistible to do a story in which Billis sunk his teeth into 3 actors with success, a has-been and a never quite was, all broken in their own ways. Sadly, of course, Murray died before we could get a script ready, and we were left with a corking idea and the burning need to give Billis a soaring send-off. Billis was such a great part of the Big Finish Torchwood range. We couldn't just go out without a big bang, and so we came up with the notion of Curtain. There is a character called Billis Manger in it, but who is he? The recording was a blast. There's nothing actors love so much as taking the mick out of themselves and each other. Honestly, it's a great curtain call for Billis Manger, and he truly deserves this one last ovation." The cast for this release includes Robert Bathurst as Roger Cartney, Sarah Douglas as Methida Balfour, Cyril Nairi as Dermot Lacey, and Colin Ryan as Billis Manger. This, as I said, this release was written by David Llewellyn. The senior producer was John Ainsworth. The cover art was done by Grant Kempster. The director was Scott Hancock. The executive producers were Jason Hay-Gallery and Nicholas Briggs. The music was done by Blair Mowat. The producer was James Goss. The script editor was Tim Foley. The sound design was done by Naomi Clark. The theme music was done by Murray Gold. And this episode's runtime was 77 minutes. So before I spoil the event of Torchwood Curtain, here's the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, Torchwood Curtain. Stop it!
Roger, no!
The devil comes! He comes!
Nothing's lost forever. Thanks to you, Mephisto will live again.
3 people, all playing both Dr. Faustus and the devil, come to offer him fame.
Fortune, immortality. All came crashing down on opening night.
How did the theatre burn down? Was it an accident with the props, rats in the wiring, or something else?
I'm here to meet the devil. Mephisto! Show yourself! It's happening again. I can smell the fire. Not again!
The Swansea Devil. To everyone else, the statue of Old Nick is a curiosity. But what if there really was a demon trapped inside that statue, projecting all its energy at the theatre?
Stand still, you ever-moving spheres of heaven, that time may cease and midnight never come.
Shall we talk about who you really are, Mr. Manger?
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Torchwood.
I know them.
You do?
Troupe of exotic dancers. Blackpool. Mucky.
That was the trailer for Torchwood Curtain. Now, this episode was quite dark, as the trailer and the quotes suggest. Obviously, Torchwood does have a disclaimer before every episode about it not being suitable for younger listeners, and Torchwood Curtain is no exception. It's not as dark as some other Torchwood, but there are themes in there which aren't for younger listeners. It is kind of like, especially if I'm listening to Torchwood, I tend to listen to Big Finish during the day, and especially for a darker story I tend to do that as well, because I couldn't imagine the idea that those people that listen to, and I know that people do exist that do listen to Big Finish like this, that they wait for it to go. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. It's too dark. Obviously, as I've talked about previously, I tend to prefer lighter Doctor Who and lighter stories, which I will talk about over the next few episodes, because it is a little bit of a Big Finish frenzy, just catching up on loads of releases, because the end of March, the beginning of April, there's quite a few Big Finish releases, and there's more 1 hours like this, and a few others as well. That's why I didn't do that on purpose, and availability to record episodes, etc. But yeah, Torchwood Curtain was obviously the return of Billis Manger, originally played by Murray Melvin, obviously appearing in various, obviously in the TV series of many Big Finish audios. So it was nice to kind of have a swan song for the character, and the credits of Curtain do include him, so that was a nice touch as well. But yeah, let's now move on to the final Torchwood monthly release, seemingly ever, that being Torchwood monthly release, or bi-monthly now, release 100, that being Torchwood Farewell, which releases in May 2026 and is written by Joseph Lidster. Yanto Jones and Tommy Pierce have fought many alien invaders together. They're more than work colleagues, they're friends, but their friendship is about to be put to the test as they prepare to face a Cyberman in a cellar in the village of Wet Wang. This release includes Gareth David Lloyd as Yanto Jones, Timothy Benting as Tommy Pierce, Devante Fleming as Jason, Kai Owen as Rhys Williams, and Alistair Tuvey as George. The senior producer is John Ainsworth, cover art done by Grant Kempster, director Scott Hancock, executive producers Jason Hay Gallery and Nicholas Briggs, music done by Blair Mowat, producer and script editor James Goss, sound design done by Thea Cochran, written by Joseph Lidster, theme music done by Maureen Gold, and the runtime is 80 minutes for this release. So that is the final Torchwood monthly release, and then in September and October 2027 we have Torchwood Legacy, which kind of I think was made to release this year to mark 20 years of Torchwood, but they pushed it back with the ending of the Torchwood monthly range. Who knows why? But yeah, so that's kind of it. So let me know what you thought of Torchwood Curtain if you listened to it, as well as if you're planning to listen to Torchwood Farewell when it releases in May 2026, and Torchwood Legacy when it releases in September and October 2027. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.